If you're an author, speaker, coach, trainer, you speak to present your ideas, your values, your beliefs, or you're considering starting yourself in the business of speaking, then this video is for you for sure. There are some elements of the speaking part also in this video. So, but primarily I'm recording this video because Lakshman visited one of my videos. Probably it got recommended, and Lakshman said this, posted a comment on one of my videos saying, when I have to speak on a topic on the spot, I printed this because I'm recording on my iPhone. When I have to speak on a topic on the spot, how can I maintain my fluency simultaneously working on the ideas, arranging them in well order? I get stuck every time, and pauses destroy the cohesiveness of my speeches. Just to let you know, Lakshman, the way you wrote this, that's eloquent. That's perfect. I mean, it's incredible how you positioned, this question. So you have it in you. I can tell you that for sure. And here is my response to Lakshman. I said, thank you. Your question warrants a video explanation, which I will create one of these days But for now, here are my thoughts. You can speak in moments notice when you master your meaning. Your why should always beat the what. You don't have to recite or prepare as long as you speak with purpose. Your material becomes the truth. Fluency becomes natural. You don't have to recite, and preparation becomes secondary. I just don't like to read this, but I will actually place this on the video when I'm going to uploading, so you'll see exactly what is here, what is printed. Okay, so I've been in this, personally speaking, have been in this speaking side of the business for the last 20 years. Initially started out being rejected for not being a good speaker. I couldn't speak more than 2 words without saying, and these are set patterns in the brain. It's very hard to defeat the unconscious patterns of the mind. It's very, very hard. I struggled back in 2002, 2003, I struggled. And then by 2004, from the day I decided I want to speak and I want to make speaking as my tool of influence, and I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of values and beliefs and all these things within me that I want to take them out. I want to position them to the marketplace. I started becoming, and probably at that point in time, I wanted to meet somebody who is a bigger student than me when it comes to speaking, public speaking. So if somebody else I meet who is a bigger student of public speaking, I want to be better than them. Like, I want to be a better student than them. So I studied literally every book that was available back in the day. And then in about 12 to 14 months, I was one of the top closers from the stage. Even today, I cannot get a few lines properly. I prefer to read, I prefer not to read from a teleprompter. I speak from my mind. I may not be eloquent. I may not be as complete. You have to still deal with my ahs and ums, whoever. If you are a subscriber to this channel, you listen to all my podcasts and videos and all, then you still have to deal with that. But that's a fight for a lifetime. I'm still trying to better my accent. English is not my first language. I don't think in English. I try to speak in English. It doesn't naturally happen to me. My children are not. My children are born. They have an incredible vocabulary, base. By the time, I believe, in America, by the time a kid goes to middle school, they have like 25,000 words of vocabulary already built. And by the time I graduated college in India, by that time, I only had like about 900 words that were in my vocabulary. So my aptitude when it comes to English is pretty, it's not there. It's not there. Yeah. So what I learned in the last 20 years is what I am summing up here on this video. Hopefully this will help you. But my idea is to share something that otherwise you have difficulty finding somewhere else. And this is the YouTube part of this challenge, which is, if you go and search for speaking tips, there are a ton of tips. There are incredible coaches and mentors and speakers within the space. I suggest you learn from everyone. If you happen to have stumbled upon this video, automatically somebody referred you, or maybe YouTube recommended this video, you learn what you learn, you take what you take from this, but by all means, please go and study others also in this space. Seriously, why not, right? Because you want to become the best student in this space. Now, don't worry about the money part. There are so many avenues, there are so many different ways you can monetize your speaking skill, and I did that for 20 years. So that's for a different day, on a different video and all that. But for now, don't worry about that side. Just measure the effort you're putting in, and it's just a matter of time before all this will roll up and you will take off in a very big way. So there are some thoughts I have on the top of my mind. I want to quickly go through them. I'm assuming, and this is my assumption, that somebody invited you to speak and you have to go speak. It could be in a moment's notice, as Lakshman was referring to in the comment, or it could be that somebody gave you enough lead time. They said, in 3 weeks, we are having a conference. We want you to come and speak. So I have been in those situations where somebody invited me to speak 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, and sometimes over the Zoom, sometimes in person events back during the lockdown, shutdown time. They were practically not there, but now they're back. So I'm getting invited to speak, so I get some lead time. So I go there, and this is what I do. So these are the steps. The first and the foremost is, when you are invited to speak, and let's say it's happening 3 or 4 weeks down the road, you need to go there at least a day earlier. And you need to visit the venue where you are speaking. Why? Because familiarity boosts confidence. Spatial awareness boosts confidence. So you go there and look at the room, look at the chair setup, look at the location where it is. You don't want to be going on the day of the conference and trying to find parking. I've been there. I've gone through all these scenarios myself. And you don't want to be looking for addresses on your on your app, on your map app, or whatever app you're using to go there, whatever it is. I don't know which part of the world you are seeing. For example, I use Google Maps or Waze. I don't want to be looking for the location on Waze and getting tensed. I need to be focused on my message. I need to be focused on the people who are coming into the room. And every minute I think about something else, I'm taking away from that commitment. So God own the space. And owning of the space starts from the minute you get the call, you're confirmed to speak. That's the biggest, that's the topmost one on the list of things I want to share with you. That's number one. Number two is you go there, and now you need to, let's say you show up there on the second day. First day you look at the room, everything, and the second day when you're about to speak in the afternoon or something like that, you go there early in the morning and you warm the room up. Okay, you meet people, you see the faces, you shake hands with them. Why? Because we want to mirror emotions. These are not strangers. These are your allies. You have no idea that one individual among 5,000 people is going to change your life. I have been surprised every time I walked into a conference. I looked at the audiences and I was like, okay, fine. I don't know whether I can elevate them. I can elevate their thinking, their I can create emotions in the room through the way I'm going to speak. I've been surprised. I walked away from the room thinking, after my speech, thinking that I couldn't do that, only to my surprise that later on people reaching out and saying, you changed my life in that room. Now that's an extreme testimonial right there, but I've gotten a few of those from an event where I never expected myself. I totally wrote it off in my mind, only to realize that the organizers of the event calling me back year after year after year for 10 long years. First time it sounded as if I lost the plot. And then they get back to me. Incredible. So why that happened? Because I warmed up the room. I have no idea what I did before even I started speaking, because the only measure I did on myself was, what did I speak? And from my performance of 60 minutes on the stage, I wrote myself off, only to realize that maybe it's the people in the room whom I met early on. They probably gave a good review about me. That is why the organizers are calling me back. It's crazy. As I commented on Lakshman's, you know, uh, comment here, pretty much, you got to be focused on the purpose. The script in the mind doesn't matter. I have so many things in my mind, but I'm really focused on you, because if I lose you, you probably are gone forever. So I need to deliver on my promise. So I'm completely behaving as if I was exactly 20 years ago when at the point where you are right now. You are about to be starting your speaking business. What can I do to help you? That's my mindset as I'm approaching this. So my purpose is important than this video today. Honestly, I know my why. I don't care about my what. This video is going to stop in the middle somewhere or whatever it is. The sun is setting already. I'm in my car. I record this in the car because I can control the sound, I can control the lights and all that. Otherwise, inside a studio, of course I have a studio, but that doesn't help me. This is where I feel comfortable. This is the place where I can give everything I have. It automatically, for some reason, everything that I have within me comes out as I'm in this setup. So why don't I use this setup? So don't use the words. Use the what. Okay, don't recite. I talk about that here. Do not recite. You don't memorize stuff. It doesn't matter. Okay, fluency is automatic when you exactly know why you are doing what you're doing. Okay, and then the next step in this is your body. A good speaker, um, physiologically, literally, I mean, it's intense. I mean, literally, I'm recording this, I'm sweating. It's a hot day here in California. I'm sweating, seriously. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. Words, when, the reason why, by the time I'm done with a 60-minute in-person presentation to about at least minimum of 500 to 1,000 people in the room or more, I'm sweating not because there is no air conditioning. It's not because there is no ventilation. That's not the case. It's because words, when they come out of your mouth, they modify you. They have higher effect on the speaker than they have on the audiences or on the listeners. So words are energy. They're thoughts and they're emotions. Now, as long as you are saying a word for the sake of saying, it's okay. Fine, you did. You're done. But the minute you put energy behind those words, there are emotions, there are beliefs, there are values that you're attaching. And that's why I summed it up by saying purpose. And now what? Oh, it takes a lot out of you. It will take a lot out of you. And this leads to the next point, which is visualizing yourself on the stage before you are there. Or let's say you are there, you are about to go on the stage. Here's the mistakes speakers make. I made this mistake many times before, which is I think as if all these people are listening to me. I'm visualizing myself on the stage. I'm going to go on the stage. There are other speakers ahead of me. I'm going to go and I'm going to, But when I learned, that's not why. That's a completely wrong track. Okay, it's a great tune, but I'm singing a wrong track altogether. You see, I'm not there because I need to be there. I am there because somebody decided to be there, because whoever is going to be there on that stage, they are going to help them. That's why. See? So I don't, and my later learnings, through my later learnings, I realized I am not going to, it's not me visualizing myself on the stage, but it's about me visualizing how the people are leaning into me, listening to my message. That's the visualization. That's a reverse visualization. This is the next one, speaking to everyone. You speak to everyone, you speak to none. If I make this video, ladies, gentlemen, CEOs, doctors, and if I go and cover the entire population of the earth, this video will be lost, honestly. So this video is for you if you are a speaker or you're already a speaker and you want to make speaking as a business. This will help. And if you want to speak with purpose, this is going to help. So some of the qualifications are very early on in this video. I qualified myself, I qualified the audience, and here I am. So it means I'm speaking to you if you are that individual who wants to speak or who is speaking. So speakers make this mistake. They think they're speaking to the crowd. Avoid the crowd, find the soul. Say that again. Avoid the crowd, find the soul. You can find that one soul, you speak to that one soul. Not that others will not benefit. No, you're speaking to that one soul. That means you're speaking to every soul. But your delivery is just to that one individual. And that's the connection you got to make. I'm just making that connection with you. Everybody else is watching this. Somebody has, might have just watched this video in the first 2 minutes. They're out. You are here. You are here. That means this connection, like there are few other people like you who have come this far on this video. So I've seen speakers do this. I have done that too before, which is get on the stage and start with an apology. I'm sorry if you don't like this video. I'm sorry if there is no light here. There is, sun is setting down. It's low light. If I lead with that, see, I said that. That's now that there is, like maybe in the processing, this is all going to look good. But there was tremendous amount of light before I started this video. And the 5 minutes, the sun has gone down and the light has gone down. So my point is this. When you are on the stage and speaking, do not lead with things that otherwise could go wrong or have gone wrong. I've seen speakers do this. I did not get that slide in. I'm missing one slide. No. You are in this because you want to provide clarity. You want to deliver a solution. The audiences are completely focused on you as long as you are delivering the auditions, as long as you're delivering the solution. They don't care about anything else. The minute I talked about the light and sweat and all these things, you will start noticing it on this video. And that's exactly what happens inside the room. The minute you talk about your insecurities, they will start zoning and you lost the solution. No matter how well you say, how well you articulate the solution, they will only find the flaws. I have shown up on the stages with a 3-piece suit. I've shown up on the stages with my jeans on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Solution is the king. So you induce self-doubt. You are taking them away from the solution. Do not induce self-doubt. Done that, paid a huge price. Good, I learned. Okay, the next one. Your ego is not bigger than the idea. Your ego is not bigger than the idea. So you got to shift the focus onto the message, not onto you. I have done this, I have done that. I know 100,000 people come to my seminars and I could have led this video by saying I did over 600 seminars, which I have in other videos. That's not the point. That's ego. That's not the point. You will, if you subscribe to this channel, you go through all the videos, you'll figure out, okay, this guy speaking from credibility, has done some stuff. This guy speaking from the right place of depth. So I don't need to amplify that. In every presentation, in every interaction, you need to earn that experience, even though you have years and years of experience of doing something. Yes, you can refer and you can say things like that. Oh, for the last 20 years, I've done this, I've done that. Yes, that's okay. That's okay. But you can't make it the only point of contention in this entire presentation or whatever. So you shift the ego, you move the focus away from the ego, then you are now focusing on the solution clearly. So understand this. You are the vessel, and the vessel is carrying the message. It has to be delivered. That's it. So for lack of better, you bought a product and it has to be delivered to your house. And whether it's the UPS driver doing it or with an Amazon Prime driver, whatever, whoever is, that individual job is to quickly, efficiently bring the product, deliver to your house, and quickly move on to delivering that to somebody else. And they are with you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually till that point. And I'm making it up, but you get the point. They want to be efficient doing it, and they've done it. And your job is to associate value to it and take it to the next level, whatever you want to do with the product. And you got to appreciate the delivery, that's all. Because the delivery guy delivered. That's it. See, solution-centric, not ego-centric. Yes, the next one is fear. Let's talk about that for a second. Yes, there's always fear. I'm leading this recording with fear. This could stop. A light has gone down. Doesn't matter. Right? That's a fear. There's always going to be a level, as you start speaking, performing, becoming better at every element of unknownness you have today. Today, Lakshman says, I'm not fluent. He's going to be awesome. Already see that. I see the depth in the comment itself. So you're going to become better. And then there will be other new levels of fears that will come. For example, the fear that I deal with is when I go to speak at an event, do I have enough time to meet the people up front? Can I say hello to them? Can I start mirroring some of the emotions right away? Sometimes when I'm in the room, sometimes I'm put in the room with no such lead time at all. And when I go there and I look at people, I say, okay, while I did deliver the message, people see the energy, people see the passion and all, did I deliver, did my examples or my stories, did they culturally connect? Because I'm talking to a variety of audiences in the last, few years. So a set of examples to one ethnicity doesn't fit the others. People listen and people hear differently. Can I resonate? Can I create that sound with the stories or with the props, whatever? Right? That's one of my fears. Now that is an evolutionary fear. That's a fear that comes later on as we start experiencing this profession, this path over time. I'm not saying you will have it. I have it. You may have something different. So what do? You use your energy and your passion. Actually, energy equals passion at this point. So let your passion move you. Let your energy move you. Okay. The last one in this is that spectacular presentation is preceded with spectacular preparation. Okay. I don't think this video is spectacular, but it is as spectacular as the preparation was. And the preparation was for the last 20 years. Yeah, I mean, this could have been done better. It could have been shot in the studio with slides and things like that. I could have engaged all your senses. But mostly, primarily, in the setup, I'm just, involving your auditory senses. That's it. There are no visuals. I could have engaged your visuals also. If I was in person with you, little bit of kinesthetics also would have come in. But that's not the point. That's not the point at all. But you got to speak often. In order to become a good speaker, you got to see, I have a practice and presentation and production all inbuilt. I produce videos every day. So I think I'm incrementally getting better at this over the last several years. I'm not saying I'm the expert. And so the more reps you put in, the more perfect you become. So you got to get ready by getting ready. That's the point. Okay, I'm going to stop here. This video has gone long, and I want to leave you with two amazing resources. This is going to help you. And 20 years ago, when I started, I was looking for books. And this is a book, How to Speak in Public. Okay, this book was from Dixon School of Memory in Chicago. This book was published. It's crazy. This was published. The copyright is 1911. And the edition that I have is 1913. So, How to Speak in Public, how Shakespeare used to speak. I mean, this book changed my life. It revolutionized my life at a whole different level. and I give credit to this book. Then along the way, I also picked up another book by R.J. Ingersoll. Colonel R.J. Ingersoll wrote this book. It's a Great Speeches, Wit, Wisdom, and Eloquence. This is the book. This book is also in my collection, and this book dates back to 1881. So the reason why I'm showing you these books, they probably are in public domain. You could look them up. But the reason why I'm showing you these books is because you know that I am probably, I want to meet a better student than me. I know there are many. I want to meet them. So, and this is the pursuit, this is the longevity, this is the intent, and the idea is to show you that how intentional I was when I started in this. Okay, sun is setting. If you are with me up till this point on this video, that means do me a favor, just like this video so I can reach some more people. And if you make a comment, I'll get back to you. And if you subscribe to this channel, I'll show up in front of you as quickly as I produce a video, as quickly as I release a video, which is actually one video a day at this rate. I'm recording every day. Okay, that's all. I'm going to go deal with my dinner and food and everything else. And wherever you are, you be safe. And I'll talk to you soon. You take care. Bye now.